This video is sponsored by Reolink, but more on that in a moment. One thing that I appreciate about homesteading is the routines it brings to my day, and at the same time the variety of work that comes back every season. Spring is full of work and preparations for a good summer harvest, but the tasks of everyday life continue. This can feel overwhelming at times, but I try to find calm in the storm wherever I can. One activity that has been essential for my mental health is my morning walks. Every morning, after I drop Puck at the school bus, I'll take Louis on a stroll through the hills. My walks are not as long as they once were, usually just 30 to 45 minutes. But they've been as consistent as the chaos of life has allowed them to be. Sometimes I'd like to add more challenging exercises to my routine, but so far I haven't found the time. I'm just in that phase of life where I can't fit everything I'd like to do in a day, and that's okay. I still move my body intentionally every day, and that is all that matters. After we come home, very important, Louis gets his breakfast. One spring chore is building trellises for all the things that like to climb in my garden. This morning it was just me and Bo, which was easier than doing it by myself, but harder than with another adult. This spring I decided that building with round wood was too frustrating, so we bought some wood that would be easier to build with and will hopefully last us a few seasons. This first trellis is for some Armenian cucumbers I had planted the week before. I've never had much luck growing cucumbers because of the heat, but I'm hoping this variety will do better here. They certainly look to prefer the warmer weather so far. Welcome to my chaos garden. As you've seen before, my fava beans were quite happy growing here, but we have more food growing. In the spring I had planted some peas as a cover crop and then forgot about them. They clearly love the combination of rain, colder weather and some good mulch, as they absolutely thrived. These peas produced many beautiful pods that we've been picking from this spring. Not exactly the plan, but there are worse problems to have, I suppose.
boot.
As you might have seen, earlier this spring we had 3 new bee swarms move into our beehives. 2 of them were quite big already and we wanted to give them more space. In previous years, Maarten has done more of the beekeeping, but this year I wanted to take on most of the work as he is focusing on other things. This afternoon, Maarten showed me how to clean and prepare honey boxes to go on top of the beehives. And for those wondering, Louis is wearing a cone because he had some eye issues. I will not go into detail because it's honestly a little gross, but he was wearing a cone as to not scratch his eye, and keeping up the regimen that the vet prescribed was also taking quite a bit of my time.
Is leuk hè, rijgen?
Over reigers gesproken.
Of je een ooievaar gezien?
Ja.
Dat is Bo.
Dankjewel, Bo.
Je moet hard werk doen. Oh. Ik heb hier 2 mannen. Wow.
Oké. Ik kan Puk hem weer in de kast halen.
Nummer 1. Eerst deze dan.
Ja, oké, Bo, mag ik er vast?
Ja. Nummer 1.
While we love the peace and quiet that the countryside brings, we also try to be realistic and practical. In general, Portugal is a very safe country, but reports of break-ins in the area have been on the rise. To stay secure and monitor everything on those moments that we are not home, we have started to put up some security cameras around our property. For today's video, I'm excited to be working with Reolink again to show you their latest security camera, the Argus 4 Pro. They're a leading company in the security camera tech industry and provide a wide range of monitoring solutions for all sorts of security needs. The new Argus 4 Pro offers some great new features like 4K 180-degree blind spot free view, all-day color vision, it has 30% more battery life, and it is Wi-Fi 6 ready with smooth 4K streaming. And because of the 180-degree view, I decided this camera would be great to hang up next to the entrance of our yurt. We have a truck going past it and cars or people can potentially come from either way. So with the 180-degree view, we can spot anyone approaching our yurt. The all-day color vision ensures we can recognize said intruder day or night. I love the design of this new camera and it was easy to install even by myself and with kids running around my ladder. Their cameras come with everything you need for installation and a clear manual to walk you through the steps. I thought it was a great touch that the camera welcomes you in a few different languages.
Auf der Kamera scannen. Bienvenue à Reolink. Veuillez installer l'application Reolink.
For this installation, I used the strap as we have a roundwood shade structure on our deck. The camera is weatherproof and is built from the ground up to be a workhorse in even the hardest conditions. Our Reolink cameras are controlled through the Reolink app, which is well set up and easy to use. In the app we can adjust a number of settings to your preference, and we can easily check on our property when we are not there, use the two-way audio or set off the alarm when needed. And for the parents watching, it's a great way to have a full view of your garden and communicate with the kids playing in it. I want to give a massive thank you to Reolink for sponsoring this video. If you want to check out more about the Argus 4 Pro, then head over to my link in the description where there is a launch disc code of 25% off. The link is in the description box below. In addition, Reolink will celebrate its 15th anniversary soon. If you would like to get more discounts on your favorite Reolink products, stay tuned for it and check out Reolink's website from June 17th to the 22nd. I love working with the bees, even if they sting me. They're just so interesting to watch and work together. It's a little hard to describe to those who've never seen bees up close. This afternoon they were telling me that they were not happy to have their home opened up, so I did not do a big check and just put the extra box on top for them to start working on. A few days later I built another trellis, this time a bigger one for the tomatoes. With the help of 2 kids now, which was easier than with 1, but still harder than with 2 adults. I'm quite happy with how these turned out, even if the bigger one is a little bit wobbly, and I hope I can use these for the years to come, saving me some work in the future.
Nee. Even kijken, ja. Oké, loop maar. Oh, eruit. Eruit. Oeh.
Wat is er?
One of the bigger jobs that comes back every spring is strimming the main areas of our property. As we are not yet committing to any animals to help us with keeping the grass low, Maarten trims down all the key areas of our land over the course of a few weeks, in order to keep us safe in fire season.
Eén moment, ik ga even voor.
A daily chore is checking in on the chickens. After the fox attack earlier this spring, we keep them inside of the fenced area, and it's extra important they get enough feed and fresh water every day. We're down to 9 chickens now, but they still give us plenty of eggs to eat and even to trade some with friends.
Puk, laat die kip maar even zitten. Ja, de kip gaat een ei leggen.
Er zit al eieren. Alsjeblieft. Wat dan nu? Daar gaan we.
One of my favorite things to make with extra eggs is clafouti. We started making this last spring and it's been a favorite ever since. It's really easy to put together and comes out delicious every time. This day I put in some of the quince in spiced wine I canned in the fall, a great combination for when you don't have the traditional berries at hand.
Oeh, jelly eye. Lily eye. Kijk, jelly eye. Gaat op mooie. Maar ik...
Even wachten.
We gaan nu de dingen kapot. Oh, de melk.
Nee.
Wat is hier? Wat is hier? Ik heb even niet lekker.
Oké, wie houdt de maandbeker vast?
Ik. Ik enorm. Dit erbij. Oeh, kijk. Oeh, daar. Nee. Oeh. En mama, we hebben het zo. Zo. Mama, ik heb hem gedaan.
One thing that is no different for us than anyone else is the endless amounts of laundry and dishes that a family with young kids creates. There seems to be this idea that off-grid living needs to be very back to basics, doing things the way people would have done them 100 years ago. But I, for one, am very grateful for the modern conveniences we get to enjoy. Having lived without a washing machine and a dishwasher, I know how much extra work it is to do these things by hand. I get the sense that some people are so far removed from how things used to be that they start to romanticize the past, leaving out all the hard. Laundry day used to be a whole day of hard work. Now I just get to press a button, and I will never take that for granted. These machines are of course an investment, but so worth it for us as they free up so much time that we can spend on things we actually enjoy doing. There are so many small tasks to keeping a garden, making for a long and sometimes overwhelming list. Especially on hotter days or days where I have both kids at home, I can't work in the garden all day. So I try to do 1 or 2 small things off the list to keep seeing progress and suppress the overwhelm. My garden is not and will never be perfect, but it produces food for my family, and that's all that matters. The garden is planted for the most part now, but I realized I didn't plant any new parsley this year. As all my plants are bolting by now, we started some more so that we will hopefully have enough over the summer. The raised bed in my greenhouse is not performing as I had hoped, and especially the greenhouse cucumbers are not doing much of anything. While a little late for them, I decided to sow the last few seeds I had for this specialty variety. Once they're big enough, I'll plant them with some extra fertilizer and hope for the best. I have some more thoughts on this problem, but I'll share more on that some other time.
Nee, niet tot ik help bijna.
Dus we laten ze eerst even opdrogen helemaal op de plant. En dan kunnen we ze volgend jaar weer gebruiken. Aan het eind van de zomer gebruiken om te planten.
Ja, onze planten die. Daar. Daar. Dat is één.
Mag ik?
Todo iluminado por el sol, una ventana de ilusión.
I love coming to the garden in the evening and watering everything. During hotter days, I will flood everything every other day and water the small plants by hand. It's a nice moment of calm at the end of the day where I get to check how everything is doing and just listen to the birds.
Iluminado por el sol, una ventana de ilusión. Miedo y llanto, una niña buscando entre gritos y espanto, una madre esperando